Yo, I got something to say. And I told you all, I told you, I am not going to be surprised if at the end of this season, Mr. Zach Brown, Mr. Andrea Stella, and the entire team of McLaren look like some assholes. What kind of strategy was that today? So any other time you run a tight ship strategy. Well, we already know McLaren was some dummies on strategy and tire selection earlier in the season. Looks like it comes back at the wrong time. Looks like it comes back at the wrong time. I am trying to figure out how you go from everybody's lost their ability to adjust in the race because of when they pitted to the point where you pit on hard compound tires and you're trying to run somebody down with minimal laps left. That was crazy. Where and when were you going to hawk somebody down with 13, 14 seconds left with 7 laps? That was crazy. McLaren, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not even mad at this today. I'm not even mad at this. McLaren, I'm not mad at this because you want to know what? You are teeing up for that pie in your face. You're teeing up for the chickens to come home to roost. You're teeing up to eat the crow. You blew it a long time ago, and you blew it with your bullshit papaya so-called rules that really weren't rules. They were just in case Lando needs our help. Oscar Piastri, who was your strongest driver, who was the driver who had the biggest lead in the championship points, who was the driver who would race against Max Verstappen fiercely and protect the lead. Instead, what you did was you decided to swap positions. Tell Oscar to give Lando the position back because we messed up the pit stop. Well, I mean, I didn't hear y'all tell Lando to slow down a little bit because you were a little bit slower on Oscar's pit stop. I mean, what are we doing, man? What are we doing here, people? This was crazy. Buck dollar put on. McLaren pulled a Ferrari move, bro, all day long. All day long. This shit funny. This is funny. This is funny, y'all. Zach Brown, we're not playing defense. You better learn how to play defense. You better take your ass to the nearest basketball court. Go to the nearest football field and ask one of those head coaches. So, how do you play offense and defense in one tournament? Is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. Let us show you, Zach. I know you were on the game show and people thought you were a whiz kid, but when I heard you say we're not playing defense, I was like, what kind of shit crack is that? Not playing defense? You just trying to lose. What are we doing? Y'all, I'm telling you right now. McLaren seemed to have little interest in being sure Oscar Piastri can be as strong as he can. And this is what I'm going to say. Zach Brown is a fool. Zach Brown is not fooling me. Do you all remember what Zach Brown said on that interview? Zach Brown said, if anybody beats us, I want it to be Max Verstappen. I'm going to walk up and shake his hand. What in the hell kind of winner talk is that? It's not. That's crazy. So you setting it up? If Lando can't win it, Max is going to win it. It was wild out there today. Leon in the chat, I refuse to watch the last race. I will watch Jay for the last race news. This is disgusting to watch. Zach said he wanted Max to win. I just said it, brother. I just said it. Really what it should have said, if Lando can't win, I'm going to let Max win. Yo, the focus on making sure, hard compound tires, pitting, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm not even mad about the race finish. Oscar Piastri should be pissed right now. He should be hot. What is the strategy about? What are we doing? Yo, but I am going to say something, though. Hey, it's a big party for Williams. Williams Racing on the podium by Carlos Sainz. Shitting in Ferrari's face is the main thing. Let's go. Carlos, congratulations, bro. Williams Racing, congratulations to a team with integrity, to a team with a good team principle who cares about drivers, to a team who I have always said, an angel who will soon return to heaven who once fell. Shout out to Williams Racing. Sainz, big shout out to you. Miss Dino, weather's nice, unbelievable, egregious. Weather is nice. And for all of those people out there that just want to go and just boost up Charles Leclerc, here you go. Look at that race finish right there, huh? Yeah. Eighth. What are we doing? 12th. Ferrari, you played yourself. No, you played your drivers. You lied to Lewis Hamilton. You lied to the rest of the world, and you did Ferrari what Ferrari always does. You failed. You failed miserably. You look bad entirely. Carlos Sainz on the podium is the highlight of the day. Carlos Sainz finishing in front of Lando Norris, his once teammate who he pulled the chair from under, is the highlight of the day. Carlos Sainz, congratulations, man. Big shout out to you. The driver, I feel, we always say Ferrari shouldn't have let go. I'm glad they did. Because I wouldn't want to see him and Lewis Hamilton together in this mess. I don't like to see Lewis Hamilton in this mess. Charles Leclerc, you made part of this mess. You go ahead and deal with it. But I don't even think you're dealing with it. I heard you trying to fly the coop. This is what we got going on, people. It's bad out here. It's bad out here in these Formula One streets. I'm trying to tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. By the way, Oscar Piastri's body language says it all. Says it all. By the way, we might go early in Wolves Den. If I get off here earlier than 1400, we're in Wolves Den. Soon as I get off, I'm going in there, so y'all better just go ahead and show up. But this right here was absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Do you hear me? So I'm going to also say this. Lando Norris, if there's anything that you do in the offseason, what you need to do is practice on how to start a damn race, because you are one of the worst race starters out here. You do not know how to start a race and get away clean or get out in front. It just is what it is right now. You look bad. Another race start where Max Verstappen gives you the business and he punked you. He punked you and you took it. And not only did you take being punked, you're going to take fourth place. I wish Kimi Antonelli would have never made the little hiccup. You would have took fifth. This is why people say sometimes they feel like Formula One is WWE. We got Dash Shepard in the house, 35. This is rigged. A random DQ, now a 25-stop mini minimum. Are they not professionals? McLaren, I am firing the strategy director effectively and CEO. The fucking softs were good for the chase down. I don't understand, Shepard. I do not understand. Though I need to see how many laps were on the softs they had. I need to see how many laps were on the softs they had. Was it 2? Was it 3 laps? Was it a lap of scrub? I don't know, because I didn't look at the tire chart by Pirelli before this, but I would hope it was more than 10 laps on those soft tires if you're going to go to hards instead of even going to mediums. But I need to see what their tire arrangement was, so it's a little hard for me to say what that might have been. Nasty Stu told you Max is going to win this championship. Also, like Sainz, Lewis needs to go to Williams. Yo, man, there's not enough time there. Williams just got a podium, and Nasty Stu, I am super excited about it. And Lewis to Williams, if Williams we knew could be a championship contending team in 2026, would be phenomenal. But I'm just not sure they're going to be that. This is awesome. This is joyous right here to see Williams winning, to see, not winning, but getting on podium. I love it. I've been wanting to see Williams just continuously progress. And don't forget, do not forget, Williams told us we are not making any more updates. We are focused on 2026. And even now, they still, to me, perform better than Ferrari, at least more consistently than Ferrari. And they're on podium. Lewis Hamilton is going to go an entire season with no podium. Carlos Sainz at Williams, a team who believes in doing what needs to be done methodically. And here you go. Those are the results. Those are the results. It's what it is. It's what it is. Yeah, Lando Norris can't start a race. And evidently, McLaren can't get around not just being behind two drivers for real. Effectively, they're not. I'm pretty sure they almost messed up and they had to really be careful about what they said. I'm pretty sure they wanted to give pit stop strategy favor to Lando, which they still did his pit stop a lot faster than they did Oscar Piastri's pit stop. But I'm going to laugh about this. I'm going to watch in comic value Abu Dhabi. I'm going to watch in comedic value. I'm telling you right now, McLaren are on the verge of looking like one of the dumbest teams in Formula One. They're going to look like one of the dumbest teams to do it. You're going to look like one of the dumbest constructor champions to do it. How did you give that up? How do you do this and you can't get a driver's champion? You had a driver's championship in the bag, and instead of just rolling with the hot hand, you wanted to change it to your prodigal son, Lando Norris, when Oscar Piastri had it, and you could have protected it. These points, we're going to see what the points difference is in Abu Dhabi. And I guarantee you, we're probably going to be able to go back and look at McLaren's decisions, look at McLaren's Lando pandering, and we're going to be able to find this is where Oscar still could have won. This is where Oscar still could have won. This is where Lando failed you because he doesn't have the balls and he can't start a race good. This is what we're talking about. Buck dollar putto. McLaren dirty move just solidified Norris' championship. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Old Cyclops out there. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's crazy talk. And then how about Liam Lawson still doing what Liam Lawson does, being a menace out there on track, forcing Lewis Hamilton off track. Hadjar, I hated it for Hadjar. I hated that he ended up with a puncture. I hated that he ended up falling as he did. Hadjar, to me, I know some people are saying they think Kimi Antonelli is likely, in their opinion, Rookie of the Year. I still debate Hadjar is lesser car, lesser team. I'm just saying. If you put Hadjar in the Mercedes, I think you see a better season than what Kimi is giving you. But Kimi still, I like him showing very good promise and rebound for a young driver. Because remember, Kimi was in a downward spiral for some time. Bum Spanker! Bum Spanker says Lewis is the GOAT, but Max and his team totally deserve today's win. McLaren gave it to him, Bum Spanker, for sure. And I say this about Red Bull. They're going to make sure that they call the best. I mean, think about this. How many times can you say Red Bull screwed a strategy? It's not very many. Even if you wanted to take Max out of the picture, Red Bull strategists, their pit wall, I mean, they do a damn good job at trying to find a way to extract the most out of a race. That's just facts. Max, if you don't like him, because I don't care for his personality or his character, doesn't make a lot of mistakes, but we're also not going to ignore the stimulus packages by the FIA here and there. We're not going to ignore that. Max said, and I got a short and a reel coming out tomorrow. Max said one of the truest statements that he could say all this season. They are where they are because of other people's failures. And those people would be McLaren. Max Verstappen said it himself. Red Bull and Max Verstappen are where they are because of other people's failures. McLaren failed to ride with Oscar Piastri. McLaren failed several times on strategy. McLaren failed several times on tire choice. McLaren failed. McLaren failed. McLaren failed. McLaren failed to realize that you can play offense and defense in a competitive match. That's what McLaren did. McLaren failed several times, and Red Bull capitalized off of those. And it just is what it is. It is what it is. And I can't blame people when they say this is some WWE shit. It looked like some WWE shit. A double disqualification at the most convenient time. A lot of times, if something seems so convenient and coincidence, it's not a coincidence and it's not a convenient. It's planned. It's a strategy. It's a ploy. It just, look, wow. You know, what else is there to say? I'll tell you what else I'm going to say. Where in the hell is Lance Stroll? Man, Lance Stroll should be fired. Another person that looks like a fool is Lawrence Stroll. Time and time again, his son just proves that you wanting to keep me in Formula One and have me be here is just a luxury of being a multi-billionaire. I really shouldn't be here. I really shouldn't be racing, but my daddy can afford to let me play with Formula One cars and be around Formula One drivers, and it's always been my dream to be a super fan. And how much of a super fan could you be other than being a Formula One car driver, being able to drive a Formula One car, and being able to walk the paddock and the grid and the pits with other Formula One drivers? It's a good thing for Lance Stroll. He gets to talk about it later on in his life, how he was a Formula One driver and he got to be around Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen and Alonso and Lando and Oscar and Charles Leclerc and Hadjar and Antonelli came along, and it was super great when I got to see those guys and make new friends. And Ollie Behrman, he's cool too. And you know what else? I got to see Logan Sargent for a little while. He was a good guy. We played some pickleball, and one time I played a golf challenge with Gasly, and it was just awesome. And me and Russell one time in Monaco when swimming together, he's going to have all the great memories. Lance Stroll's going to have so many good memories of being a Formula One, ridiculously bad, horrible Formula One car driver. That's what he's going to do. Buck Dollar Puto says, let's give it up for Carlos one more. Bro, Carlos Sainz, one more again. One more again. Pulled the chair out from underneath Lando Norris once again. I love it. I love it. Buck Dollar Puto. For sure we could give it up for Carlos one more time, man. Hey, Oscar is going to be so pissed. Listen, Oscar's going to be pissed at this season. He's going to be hot. Zach Brown can probably look him dead in the face and say that he did what's right, but you got to watch the little eye twitch because you know he's full of shit. You know he's full of shit. They are going to be sitting in a room, and somebody's going to think to themselves, like, why did I listen to this guy? Why did we listen and do what Zach wanted us to do? I know he's our boss, but he might screwed us. We should have done what Max Verstappen even told y'all what to do. Max Verstappen was clueless on you all on McLaren. Let me not say you all. Let me put an address on this shit. Max Verstappen was puzzled as to why McLaren would favor Lando Norris instead of Oscar Piastri. But you know what Max Verstappen did? He laughed about that shit. He said, they gonna fake, bro. Hey, Max Verstappen and Lando on the plane. Hey, bro, do you know they gonna favor you in the championship? I heard they favoring you instead of Oscar. Is that true? I mean, yeah, Max. Man, I'm so glad about that. If they favor you, I'm in there, bro. I'm in there like swimwear because you know you ain't shit, Lando. I know I gave you that necklace. I know we go to the club, but, bro, you know you's a buster. You can't start a good race, and you know you're not going to punk me in a race. Come on. You gave him a little noogie. Like, come on, Lando. You know what's up, Lando. Hey, Max was loving it. Max knew it, and he told you. He told McLaren. I'm puzzled to why you would do that. Hey, here we go. Stealth Bomber. The 1.8 pit stop was the only highlight for McLaren. Lando no balls Norris. Hey, that's like the new Chuck Norris pun. Big facts, brother. Oh, Wildcat said the same thing. Big facts. It's not. It's whack. It's whack time. It is whack time. What else do we got right here? Let's just also go into the point that there may have to be some sort of sanitary cleaning in both McLaren cars, because there was a moment on track for both Lando and Oscar where I'm pretty sure there's a brown stain on that papaya orange, because Lando almost totally spun it and Oscar came off track and could have lost it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the buttholes clenched and a little prairie dog action might have happened. Just a little bit of prairie dog action. You gotta watch it out there. But I can say seeing Lando not on podium, hey, I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with that. No bottle slamming, no ruining somebody else's trophy. But McLaren, you really played yourself. You really played yourself out here. It's shit show time all day long. Let's also take a look at our menace of the crew, Lawson and Yuki. Something to be focused on. 9 and 10, still both bringing points. Somebody doesn't have a seat next season. I'm not even sure. Lawson, Yuki, honestly, I think they should get rid of Lawson, bring Yuki back. I don't even know if I want to see Hadjar come up for real. I think Hadjar should stay where he is, make his bones, and go to another Formula One team. I just don't think Red Bull have the philosophy and the processes to facilitate two drivers competitively, even as close as McLaren has. Evidently, McLaren has proven that they quite don't even have it right because they don't make the right decisions at the right times because they said it's the Lando era and it's got to be the Lando era. And this is going to be the Lando era. If Lando doesn't win this Drivers' Championship, what you're going to see is indecisiveness. I'm not sure myself because that's what we've been seeing. When the lights are brightest, I can't take it. I'm going to crack. I was better chasing than I am being chased. That's Lando. That is Lando. This is wild. Wild, crazy. So other than that, Bortoleto finished the race. Colapinto, Ocon, Gasly. Gasly had some issues out there. I thought it was going to be a little bit more from Gasly in this race, but not so much. Mercedes 5th and 6th. Russell unable to get in the fight. I do wish that it would have been Russell behind Norris instead of Antonelli at that point in time. I think Russell would have put more pressure on Lando than Antonelli did, but Antonelli still did good. So he's a rookie too. He's a rookie. Antonelli's going to progress next season. I have no doubt. And if he doesn't, I'd be surprised. So let me not say I don't have a doubt. I truly think he's going to progress next season. And if he doesn't, then yeah, I still will be ultimately surprised. I just don't see him taking a regression. I don't see him going backwards instead of forwards. And I don't see Mercedes being horribly bad in the new era regulation. So that's just where I sit on that. So yes, I think it should be okay. There's really not a lot to talk about when it comes to this racing event right here, right now. Aside from Lando Norris doesn't have balls. He doesn't have the killer instinct. He's mentally inside of himself, and he can't get out of his own way. He's not good at being chased, and he's damn sure not great at chasing. He's only good with Daddy Zach Brown taking him outside and telling all the kids out there on the court, listen, don't talk so harshly to him. And if you could, just make sure he comes back home with his ball, please just let him have his ball, all right? I'll be right over here in the car while you guys play. I'll just be right here, Lando. I'm going to sit right here just on the other side of the fence, and I'm going to keep the fence door open. If the ball falls out of the court and goes to the street, I'll get it for you fellas. Okay, just talk nice to Lando, and please, could you give him his ball back before we leave? I don't want to have to raise my voice. That's what you got with Lando. Oscar's leaving the house before parents even wake up. He's already out in the streets playing ball. He's taking his bike riding 10 miles from the house. You got to whoop Oscar's ass because he don't come home before the lights go off. Oscar out there living his childhood life just playing out there in the streets with no F's given. That's what you got in Oscar. You just got your money on the wrong driver. You got your hopes and your feelings and your dreams in the wrong driver. Lando better win this championship. Or McLaren is going to be scrutinized so bad it's going to be warranted. It's going to be warranted. And I'm going to be one of the people that are going to scrutinize him. If Lando wins the championship, great. I'm glad it worked out. You don't look as dumb, and you can take off that, but we still got some things we're going to talk about, for sure. If Oscar wins the championship, not only did Oscar Piastri have to fight against his team, not only did he have to be a teammate to a backstabbing asshole teammate Lando Norris, but he had to fight Zach Brown, and he had to battle Max Verstappen and everybody else. You know, it's who's on my squad? Weber, that's it. If Max wins the championship, we already know we already have some pinpoint moments to go back and review. DQ, double for McLaren, a little funny. Don't forget about when you put that front wing install in, it was after the regs went in and after all the other teams did go in. A little funny. Let's not also forget some of these FIA decisions that you got to do and these no calls and no penalties. It just it's just not right. It ain't going right. We got more than wood racing. Hey, Jay, I need a third badge. I'm grown now, 36 months, my brother. And for 3 years, I've watched you grow. Love it. Keep pushing, Stunner. It's funny Sainz doing this in a Williams, bro. Ain't it funny? But I'm loving it. Another one for Sainz. Another one for Sainz. For Williams Racing. Before the end of the season, the podium. Sylvia Witt Kelly will kick you in your shin and punch you right in your eyeball in the second seat. I do too. That second seat is a career killer. That's proven. Love the Lewis dad is his manager. I'm glad they work through. You know, like dads and sons, they can have a little turbulent times, but I am too. And I'm with you on that. I hope he does talk Hadjar. I don't want to see Hadjar. I don't want to see Hadjar there for sure. I think Hadjar needs to just don't do it. It hasn't proved to be good. They're not going to focus on you. They're going to focus on Max. Even with Mikey's there, it's not the best thing. It's just not the best thing. All right, so let's go ahead because I know plenty of you have things to say. It is about to be 1,300. Let's go ahead and go into Wolves Den at 1,300. And I want to hear what you all got to say about this race, about the foolery, about Max Verstappen, about Lando Norris, about Zach Brown, about McLaren, about Williams with a nice podium, about Ferrari. Ferrari has looked so crazy this weekend. They look poop, shit, poor out there. Just nasty. It's nasty what Ferrari's doing. It is nasty work, all right? Do you want to watch it? Do you want to watch it? It's deja vu. Denzel Washington, close your eyes. You're about to see a homicide. Ferrari season's dying. It is dead already, all right? It's sad. It's sad. And McLaren, you're foolish. So, all right, let's get ready to go into Wolves Den. I will see you there, 1,300. We got 5 minutes. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to load up in there to the fam, get everybody out there. I'll try to change the post to 1,300 while we in there talking. Wolves Den now, if you're not in, it's because you're not a member. Sign up for the membership so we can hear, so we can talk back and forth in the group, in the clubhouse. I see you all later. Not the clubhouse. Clubhouse for idiots. I was in clubhouse. People don't know how to act. They turn it back on you and just try to stab you in your back. All right, people, we out of here. Peace.